welcome on this beautiful morning. How are all of you? We're good? Just checking a pulse. So I realized this morning I've had the honor of being a guest musician at Unity of South Sound for 17 years now.
17 years?
Yeah. And I'm still standing. So, as many of you might know, I'm an English language arts teacher for middle school here in the area. And let me tell you, testing season is not fun. So, today's message, I took it to, I believe I understood it was unbridled manifestation, or unapologetic manifestation. Thank you. I knew it was one of those U words. Anyway, I think we're missing a lot of love in this world, and so I would like to collect all the love we have here with each other and send that out to the universe. So, this song is about that. One night. One night, let's get it together now. We can feel alright. One night, let's get it together now. We can feel alright. Let them all pass the dirty reeds. There is one question I'd really like to ask. It's for the hopeless sinner who will betray mankind just to save his own belief. Sing one night, let's get it together now. We can feel alright. One night, let's get it together now. We can feel alright. Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. For when the man comes, there will be no doom. Whose chances look good. There ain't no hiding place from the King of creation. One night, let's get it together now. We can feel alright. One night, let's get it together now. We can feel right. Let's get it together now. Oh, right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dave Hannon. So he told me to share that he has been playing at Unity of South Sound for 17 years, but he already told you that. So I think I would like to say to you, Dave, that at Unity of South Sound, you are a teenager. Dave is enrolled in his Master's of Education program at the University. At the Unity of University, yeah. Unity. Thank you, that place. And also his wife, Nicola Lindy, is also an amazing performer and an amazing mom, and he wanted to say hello to her today as well. She was here last week. Yes. And also, if you want to reach out and find Dave online, you can find him at www.davehannonmusic.com, Hannon music.com. All right, and we also want to thank Cerny and Arnie and Dave, who bring our music team. We love you. And I will say that I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning and I haven't been back to sleep yet, so I'm feeling it right about now. So thank you for your grace. Welcome to the light and the love of Unity of South Sound. My name is David Sandalhill, and it's my honor to welcome you here to our Sunday morning celebration service. We hold that you're not here by accident today, but by divine appointment. Unity provides a positive path for spiritual living. We teach inspiring, practical spirituality, something that you will experience in each Sunday lesson to enhance your personal journey of spiritual unfoldment. If you have any questions, concerns, or joys to share, please visit our Contact Us page at www.unityofsouthsound.org, Contact Us, or write it down and place it in our share box right here just before you walk into Wesley Hall on this little table. At this time, we also invite you to place your phones into the silent mode. And we now invite you to relax, reconnect, and center into the truth of who we are. Will you please join me in saying our opening affirmation? There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe: God, goodness, omnipotence. And our mission statement: inspired by the divine as an inclusive spiritual community, we explore and express our highest potential. Our vision statement: present and centered in divine love, we co-create a peaceful and awakened world. And our core values: we are love, joy, abundance, and spirit-guided. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in an opening prayer.
Thank you, David. Let's light the candle. There's something symbolic about the ritual of lighting a candle. You just feel the energy shift as we feel that radiance of light. So we just take a moment to breathe in this beautiful spring morning and bless everyone no matter where they are. Spirit of life, presence of love, infinite intelligence. We turn within now and become still. We release the noise of the outer world and we return to the sacred center of our own being, where truth is always present and guidance is always available. Today, we open our hearts and minds to the power of divine focus. We remember that our thoughts are not random, they are creative. They shape our perceptions, our choices, and the directions of our lives. So in this moment, we choose consciously. We choose to focus on what is good, what is possible, what is healing, and what is life-giving. We affirm that the presence of the divine is working in and through us right now, renewing our thoughts, inspiring our vision, and aligning us with our highest good. For where there has been fear, we welcome faith. Where there has been doubt, we welcome clarity. And where there has been heaviness, we welcome guidance. We bless this time together. We bless every word spoken, every song sung, every prayer offered. And may this service awaken something within us, a new willingness, a new expectation, a new belief in what can be for ourselves, this ministry, and all humanity. And we declare together, our minds are focused, our hearts are open, and our lives are ready to receive. For we are grateful for the unfolding good already in motion, and so it is. Amen.
I want to take a moment to thank all of you who may be joining us here for the first time in person or online. Thank you for sharing your consciousness and your love with us. If you're a first-time visitor here in person, we invite you to raise your hand so our ushers can bring you a welcome packet of helpful information about our ministry, along with a special gift, a winged heart charm, to remind you that we are one in spirit and you are always welcome here. We also encourage you to sign our guest book at the sanctuary entrance so we know who you are. Any first-timers? Who's been here before? Ah, awesome, awesome. So glad you're back. And is there anyone visiting us from another Unity Center today? Nope. Okay, so we celebrate all of our friends and family together who are here in spirit today. We affirm and trust that everyone who comes to Unity will feel at home. And as we engage in getting to know each other, we are always delighted in seeing you here again. Wherever you are on your journey of faith, you are welcome here. For we honor and respect the choices that your soul makes on its spiritual journey. Now to all of our newcomers, live streamers, and friends joining us this morning, we want to share our Unity blessing with you. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. And now I'd like to invite Reverend Megan back up to share with some announcements. Welcome. Don't miss out on our upcoming activities and events. Mark your calendars. For those attending in person, check out our connections table in the fireside room for volunteer opportunities, events, and program information. Staff are available to assist you.
And today is Prayer Chaplain Sunday, always a special day here at Unity. Prayer Chaplain Scott Davidson is in service to support you with your sacred prayer intentions. After service, you can wait for him outside the vestibule right there, and he will come and get you when the next session is available. And masks are available also if you would like to wear one in that enclosed space.
Drumming in Unity, Sunday, next week, held after service upstairs in the dance hall. Bring your drum or we will provide one for you. All are welcome to join in creating healing vibration.
Always great fun. And today is the last day that you can sign up for our Prosperity Spring book study series based on the book Unapologetic Manifestation, 5 Steps to Create the Life You Want. And we're talking about on Sunday, but this is a really powerful way, and there is still some room on Monday and Tuesday Zoom groups, but you can also do this as an individual study. Get the book. We don't have any more left here, but you can order them on Amazon, and it is designed so that you could do a self-study, because there's all that you need to know is built into it. It's really powerful time. And my goal here as a minister is that we're all studying this together. And the more that we put into our practice, the greater the benefit we'll all realize. And that'll be fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Youth and Family Ministries book sale fundraiser is next Sunday. We're opening our book cabinet in support of funding our YFM summer camp programs. All books available are for $5 and up. Buy a gift, gift yourself, make a difference to our youth programs. We will have a monthly book sale through the summer to support our youth.
And next Sunday's Mother's Day, so perfect time to find a gift, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love books. And also, today is the last day that you can sign up for our 2026 Women's Retreat. Their theme is Wisdom Soup. That sounds fun. It will be on May 16th to 17th at the Grinwild Retreat Center in Lacey. Our Women's Circle will be leading that, and a weekend of creativity, sharing circles, deep connections. So any woman 16 or over can register. See the table and Jennifer and team in Wesley Hall after service today.
All right, and remember to stay connected. Sign up for our weekly e-news to get all the good news delivered to your inbox every Thursday. Visit our website and explore the red Member Resources box for Sunday message reflection guides, establishing or upcoming your member directory account, board information, special interactive downloadable handouts, and more. Stay in the loop with all things Unity.
Always good stuff.
And now, we invite you, if you're able to join and stand and join with our song leaders in our congregational singing.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things changes things, that shapes my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light, to brighten someone else's night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought, that changes things, that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. Again, I am the thinker who thinks the thought, that changes things, that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. What a
Please
fun
take
song.
a brief moment to greet those around you with the Namaste community greeting, and especially take a moment to reach out to someone you haven't met. If you're not a hugger, give a Namaste bow or reach out and shake someone's hand. To all present, Namaste, I behold the divinity you are. Namaste. Okay, we invite you to find your way back to your seat as we begin our next song. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
So you want
I just couldn't sleep. Yeah, it's been a weird week.
Namaste. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. And we are.
Today's inspirational reading comes from the Daily Word from January 16, 2026, way back in January. Focus. I place my focus on what I want to see manifest in my life. Often I think about what I want to get out of life, but before I start making plans, I remember the law of mind action. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. If I am dissatisfied with what life is showing me, I may feel tempted to resign myself to thinking that it's just the way that it is. But if I focus on spiritual truth, I can rise above my conditions and feel my oneness with God. In this space of perfect peace and infinite potential, I glimpse the life I wish to create. After a time of prayer, I carry this vision with me. Through the power of God within, I focus on my vision and my innate gifts, which help me to bring my dreams into manifestation. And the scripture, for those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on things of the Spirit, Romans 8:5. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in a time of meditation.
Thank you, David. So we take a moment to turn within and reconnect, to remember who we truly are. I'll just take a moment to sing with vibration into this moment. If you know the simple, I am so blessed, so just feel the gratitude that you are breathing and the blessings in this moment. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. And so again, we breathe in the blessings of the universe, knowing that as we align with that breath of life, we are aligning with God, the vibrational energy of all creation. And that alone is something to be grateful for. So breathing in the blessings of life, we allow it to relax our body, still our mind, open our hearts, and align with the vibration of our singing bowl as it opens your heart just a little bit more. Breathing in, I am blessed. Allow your body to receive the gift of life through your breath. The simple flow as you align with awareness of your breath, the rhythm of your breathing. Perhaps putting your hand on your heart so you feel your breath align with the rhythm of your heartbeat. Feel that blessing, the gift of life that we have every moment of existence. Surrendering into your heart space now, breathing a little deeper into that place and just surrender into gratitude. I am so grateful for this moment, this gift of life, the guidance of spirit that directs my way. And so in this brief moment of connection, allow yourself to be open and receptive in the silence as you align the focus of your attention only on what is blessing you right now. Breathing in and breathing out. I feel a moment of gratitude for the realization of the gifts received, not only now, but those that are on their way. And remembering every moment that I acknowledge a blessing, I'm opening my heart to receive the next gift. And so it is. Amen.
So, Unapologetic Manifestation. This tune started off as a love tune, then it moved to a breakup tune, and then it turned into an unapologetic manifestation tune. And just the acceptance that is, right? What will be, but that we also have the unique gift to draw towards us the energy that we desire. So this one's called Unpredictable. Unpredictable, life is so unpredictable. Never could have guessed, never could have known, be standing at my door. Unpredictable, meeting you is unpredictable. Never could have guessed, never could have known, such beauty just a look. Oh, you helped give me the words I couldn't find. Yeah, you took those words and gave them their flight. You held them near to my heart so I could see all the good things in me after all. Unpredictable, you are so unpredictable. And letting me go so that I could learn to fly on these own two wings of mine. Yeah, you loved me enough to let me go so that I could learn to fly on these own two wings of mine.
Thank you, Dave. That was certainly a blessing. I love looking out and seeing the sunshine out there. So today, we continue our 6-week journey into unapologetic manifestation, 5 steps to create the life you want. Now, does that intrigue you, just hearing that title? I mean, I really think that we all really want that, but somehow it's felt like it's been an illusion. And Ken Daigle does an amazing job of bringing it all into practical spiritual application. And I want to remind us right now at the beginning here that manifestation is not just a trendy topic. It's a spiritual principle. It's the truth that we are creative beings living in a creative universe. And in Unity New Thought teachings, we say it this way. I know you've heard it. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. If you haven't memorized it yet, do that. Because if that is true, and I believe it is, then the question is not, am I manifesting? The question is, what am I manifesting? So whether we're conscious of it or not, we're always participating in creation. So today we begin with step 1 in this 5-step process, the foundation step that everything else rests on: focus your mind. So, and not someday, not when life gets easier, not when you feel more confident, but right now. Because the mind is the beginning of every outcome. And that is really important, and it is powerful, and I do not want you to forget that. Ken Daigle says it very clearly. Everything, literally everything, absolutely everything that is created by humans starts in the mind as a thought, an idea, or a concept. Everything. For before it becomes a relationship, it's a belief about love. Before it becomes a career, it's a thought about purpose. Before it becomes abundance, it's a mindset about supply. And before it becomes healing, it is an inner willingness to imagine wholeness. So let me say this simply. Step 1 is not about working harder. It is not about forcing life into submission. Step 1 is about deciding something. Where am I placing the power of my attention? Because attention is not neutral. Attention is creative energy. God's source in action, literally. And if we do not choose our focus intentionally, I promise you, life will choose it for you. So here is why focusing your mind is the first step. Because manifestation is not primarily about getting something. Manifestation is about becoming someone. Ken Daigle states it this way. He says, the hard work is where you transform who you are into who you can be. So don't skip the step. That is not just self-help, that is spiritual evolution. Don't you just love that? I mean, it sounds simple, and yet we know it takes attention and focus and practice and consistency. So I also know that we may be tempted to skip this step, that we would really like to just jump to that vision board. We would like to jump to that breakthrough, right? We'd like to jump right to the check in the mail. We want to jump right to that healing and that freedom. Isn't that what we want? It's like, just make it one easy, quick step, and then I don't have to do it again. That's human nature. But if we do not focus the mind first, then we're basically planting seeds in a soil that we have never cleared. We're trying to grow roses in a field of weeds. Remember the parable of the sower we talked about? The soil of consciousness matters. So here's where the part gets really real. Ken says something very bold, and I know that it might sting a little bit, but it is also liberating. If you want to know what you currently believe, look at your life. Oof. Not to shame us, not to blame us, but just to wake us up. Because if I want to know what I truly believe about abundance, I can look at my habits, my choices, my stress levels, and my willingness to receive. And if I want to know what I truly believe about love, I can look at my relationships and how I treat myself. If I want to know what I truly believe about my worth, then I can look at what I tolerate. Ken makes this very clear. This is not about personal blame, it's about radical responsibility. Wow. That phrase, radical responsibility, is really powerful. Because the moment I stop blaming the past, I regain my power in the present. And the moment I regain my power in the present, I can change my future. And that is spiritual law. Charles Fillmore, our co-founder of this unity movement, taught that the kingdom of heaven is not a place we go to someday. I'm hoping you're catching on to this. It is a state of consciousness that we awaken to now. And that's exactly what step one is all about. So focusing the mind is not just positive thinking. It is a spiritual decision to live from the truth of who we are. We are not victims of life. We are participants in life. We are co-creators with the infinite, and we cannot create a new life in an old consciousness. Just like in Scripture when it says, do not put new wine in old wineskins. Same concept. Old wineskins crack and leak. We don't want a leaky consciousness. So Ken uses a great metaphor in this teaching. He says that we all have a default setting, just like our phone and our computers. And even when new software is available, we often keep running the old system because it's familiar. And so those default settings are our conditioned beliefs. Ken calls them our BS, belief systems. Now we might laugh at that, but it's real. And some of us have default settings that you might be familiar with, like life is hard, people cannot be trusted, good things never last, I am not enough, or if I succeed, people will judge me. I know that some of those have crossed my mind over my lifetime. And then we wonder why we keep manifesting experiences that match those beliefs. So New Thought spirituality teaches belief is the blueprint of experience. Belief is powerful. So focusing your mind is not just choosing a goal, it's choosing a new operating system. That's what we're doing with our spiritual practice. Spiritual author Maria Nemeth teaches the idea of structures of knowing. It is the lens that we see life through, and we all have that. So think of it like a pane of glass between you and life reality. If the lens is stained with fear, we will see danger everywhere. If it's stained with lack, we will see limitation everywhere. If it's stained with unworthiness, we will see rejection everywhere, even when opportunity is standing right in front of us. So this is about awareness. And that is why two people can be in the same circumstance and experience totally different realities. You maybe notice that in your family dynamics. Because reality is not just what is happening, reality is also what we believe is happening. That is a key understanding in manifestation. And I love the quote that's attributed to Albert Einstein. The most important decision a person can make is whether the universe is a friendly place. Have you even thought about that? Because if you believe the universe is unfriendly, your mind will focus on protection, and you will manifest fear-based choices. But if you believe the universe is supportive, your mind will focus on possibility, and you will manifest faith-based action. Same world, different lens. So today, step one is asking us, what lens are you living through? Take a moment to check that out. Now, I can tell you that I have had times in my own life where I believed the universe was neutral at best, maybe even stacked against me. And it showed up in my thinking and how I responded or participated in life. I would plan for things to fall apart, not expecting it to really work out. I would anticipate things not working out. I would hesitate before trusting. And I would wait for the other shoe to drop. And I realized that I was spending so much energy trying not to be disappointed that I was no longer fully engaged in living. And that is a form of spiritual poverty. Because it's not just money that we block. We block joy. We block connection. We block creativity, and we block receiving. So, through my spiritual study, I began to realize something that shifted within me. My life was not responding to my hopes and dreams. It was responding to my expectations. That's what I was aligning with. So that was pretty humbling, but also very freeing. Because if expectations create outcomes, then changing my expectations, refocusing my mind, could change my life. And I experienced this very clearly when I applied to be your minister here at Unity South Sound 4 years ago. I focused on imagining myself in this role, the feeling of joy and saying yes to being offered the job, imagining our home here in Tacoma. What would it feel like? Where would we be? What would we be doing? And trusting the sale of our home in Cincinnati would be smooth. And it flowed smoothly and easily, just as if the universe had this planned all along. And I can tell you this, I wasn't focused on fear. I wasn't focused on what if this doesn't work out. I was focused on the highest good unfolding. And that is the power of focusing our mind. Our culture often mocks optimism. We praise cynicism like it's intelligence. We act like pessimism is realism. And within the book, I love how it reframes this behavior that is called the Pollyanna's principle, not as naive thinking, but as strong. For the truth is that it takes strength to focus on possibility when the world is loud with fear and judgment. Maybe you've noticed that. It takes spiritual maturity to choose hope without denying reality. Because that's not what we're talking about here. In New Thought Spirituality, we do not teach denial of facts. We teach spiritual perception. Meaning, I see what is happening, but I also see what is possible. There is a saying, we can be bitter or we can be better. The choice is ours. And that leads us to one of the most powerful stories in this chapter. If you've read the book, there's a story about Amy Mullins, who was born without fibula bones in both her legs. Can you imagine? So her legs needed to be amputated below the knee as a baby. And what is inspiring is not just what she overcame physically, but what she refused to accept mentally. She did not build a belief system around limitation at any point in her life. She became an athlete, a para-Olympian, a model, an actor, and a speaker, doing a TEDx talk. And she profoundly said, I have had to imagine my life differently because what I do has never been done before. That is manifestation. Not because she denied hardship, but because she refused to let hardship define the boundaries of her mind. She recognized the power she had to create her life. And that is what the heart of step 1 is all about. Your life will not expand beyond the limits of what you're willing to imagine. So the universe is saying, think big, imagine big. There's a saying that should be printed on a banner, I think. What happens in vagueness stays in vagueness. Edwin Gain was famous for saying that, prosperity guru in Unity. And people, they often say, I know I've said it, I just want more abundance. I just want to be happier. I just want to be free. But the universe responds to clarity. That's pretty vague, those statements. New Thought spirituality has always taught the law responds to your consciousness, not your wishes. So focusing your mind means naming your desire clearly, boldly, unapologetically, and not minimizing it or watering it down just to be safe, because you cannot hit a target that you have not defined. Think about that. So step 1 takes us deeper, because abundance is not just about getting stuff. It's about living from purpose, shifting from what you do to who you are. And your purpose, just to be clear, is not your job. Your purpose is your essence. Your purpose is your spiritual quality that you are here to express, and however you choose to express it. So Ken suggests that we should all write a purpose statement. There's an exercise in the book that leads you through that. And he boldly shared his own. I joyfully teach, demonstrate, and inspire truth, wholeness, and abundance. And then he chooses how to do that with what he chooses to do. And I love how that reminds us that the real question is not, what do I want to achieve? The real question is, what do I want to embody? Because when you embody abundance consciousness, you do not just chase success. You become the person success can flow through. What a powerful distinction that is. So we cannot talk about focusing the mind without affirmations. It's one of the Unity core teachings. We teach them, we practice them, we pray them. They are mental training, not magic spells. They were powerful spiritual tools. So we're reminded in this lesson that what follows I am, it's a really strong reminder, is seared into your consciousness and helps you manifest accordingly. So if we say, for instance, and I know we do this unconsciously, I am tired, I am broke, I am overwhelmed. I'm not saying that in my life. Cancel, cancel. Those are affirmations, but they're just unconscious ones. So we teach formatting affirmations by keeping them positive, keeping them in present tense, grounding them in truth, and avoiding not and no statements. So the question then becomes, do you use affirmations? Yes, you do. But really what we want to ask is, what are you affirming all day long without realizing it? Because we are. So intentional affirmations are focusing the mind to align with truth and then living from that. And then gratitude also matters for the same reason. Gratitude is not pretending that things are good. Gratitude is alignment. It trains the mind to recognize abundance instead of lack. That's why we teach it, we focus it, we align with it, because gratitude shifts consciousness. And when consciousness shifts, life shifts. And when we appreciate, we expand the flow. And that is transformative. So let me summarize step 1 in spiritual terms. Focus your mind means choosing the consciousness that you will live from. It means choosing radical responsibility over victimhood, optimism over negativity, imagination over resignation, purpose over survival, gratitude over lack, affirmation over inner criticism, clarity over vagueness. This is not forming personality traits either. This is a practice, and practice creates empowerment. So we choose the focus of our practice. And I invite you right now just to take a moment to close your eyes. And just take in a deep breath in and let it out. And ask yourself gently, what am I focusing on most days? Is it what I want or what I fear? Is it possibility or limitation? And now ask, what do I want to focus on from this day forward? Just name it. Capture it in this moment. Divine guidance, blessed opportunities. Because the mind is not just where it happens. The mind is where life begins. Now open your eyes in appreciation of this new awareness. That is step one, a decision, a new direction. So here's a way that you can practice it, your little spiritual homework this week. No pressure, just an empowerment process though. Choose one area of your life that you would like to change your focus in. Don't have to do it all at once, just choose one area and then write a bold intention about what that focus will be. Not vague, not watered down, very bold. And then write an affirmation in that positive tense as if it's already happening that you can practice daily. And at night, do the gratitude challenge. Just list 3 blessings that you've experienced through the day to remind yourself of the blessings of the universe. And then notice your default setting. When fear or doubt shows up, simply say, that is an old program. I'm installing a new one. I'm installing a new one. That is spiritual maturity. That is focusing your mind. So as we conclude today, know this. Manifestation is not convincing God to bless you. The universe, God, is already giving. The real question becomes whether your mind is aligned with receiving. Because you do not manifest what you want, you manifest what you consistently focus on. You have the power to rethink your BS, your belief system. For when you change your mind, you change your life. So let this be your turning point. Not someday, not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready, right now. Focus your mind, focus your power, focus your life, and boldly declare this with me. Is it on the screen? I am ready, I am willing, I am open, and I am creating a new life. So be it. Amen.
So my earlier statement, the one I said, I'm tired, I'm going to cancel that, cancel. And I'm going to affirm, I'm awake. Yay. In reading this chapter, I was really impressed by the concept of a personal mission statement versus a purpose statement and how much deeper the purpose statement is because the mission statement can change over time. And that was really powerful. And thank you so much. Who's excited about this manifestation? Yeah. Nice. I love it. Well, now is the time when we would like to invite our ushers forward to prepare for a love offering and have Dave Hannon prepare for his next song. This is the time in our service where we have the opportunity to share our financial blessings with this community in demonstration of the prosperity law of giving and receiving. You can give in several ways. Visit our website and click the donate button for secure giving options. We invite you to consider setting up an automatic monthly or weekly gift to Unity of South Sound. You can ask our staff if you would like any assistance. For in-person giving, place your gift in the offering plate as it passes. To ensure cash gifts are credited to your year-end donation receipt, please use an offering envelope and include your name. For recurring donors, please place the green blessing card from the holder in front of your seat onto the offering plate as a tangible representation of your donation. Whichever way you offer your financial blessings, we hold these gifts in this moment in our hands and in our hearts, and we affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving, and we are truly blessed.
Words are flowing like a endless rain into paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy, drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Shakaroo, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox, tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Shakaroo, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my opened ears, exciting and inviting me. Limitless undying love which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. Shakaroo, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Shakaroo, Deva, Shakaroo, Deva, Shakaroo, Deva.
Good job, guys.
Thank you for that. Now, Let's welcome in our children. Yay! And now let's bless these God lights. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. And today is Birthday Sunday. Anybody who has a birthday in May? Yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you are wonderful. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday. And now let's stand as you're able and turn to face the center aisle so we can honor and sing to each other in community, holding your hands high as we affirm our prayer for protection, leading into the singing of our peace song, sending peace out into the entire world.
Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love.
The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am, and all is well.
Hit it, maestro.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous sound. To take each moment and live each moment in peace and harmony. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Focus your mind and change your life. Have a blessed day.